All right. Hello, hello, all.
Hello. How is
Ah,
everyone?
hope everyone's doing good. Happy Ides of March. Is that how you say that, Ides?
It's the Ides of March. Yes. Yes. Oh my god, that's a flashback. The Ides of March. Anyway,
um,
Shakespeare, thank you.
so we are back on Danganronpa. Speaking of despair, um,
And happy birthday, Miyu Ichigo. That's all I know.
exactly. It's Ichiko Day. We'll stick with that one.
Mhm. Mhm.
Quick recap for what happened last time, because a lot of shit happened last time. Um,
Quite a lot.
After we proved that Kyoko's not a ghost, we determined that the body
Mhm.
is Mukuro Ikisaba, that someone used the tarp, the chicken, and stabbed her with our knife posthumously to mislead everyone, and the only suspects without alibis are ourselves and Kyoko. But the detective being the killer violates the seventh commandment of Nox's Decalogue, so it can't be us. We had the chance to implicate Kyoko for bludgeoning the skull with a bundle of arrows, but chose not to throw her under the bus after we saw the bad
Mhm.
end, which was traumatic.
Mhm.
But she threw
A
us under the bus
lot.
under return. She threw us under the bus in return. Before we took the fall for Kyoko, we fantasized about calling her bluff. Leading her to getting squished while Monokuma teaches her about reproduction, Toko exploding off screen, and Hina becoming the chosen one to Hiro's worst prophecy ever. And yes, rest in peace, Miyagi Kuni. It's very sad news.
Mhm. Mm.
All right, we're ready to start and come back to life.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not a ghost either. So that's good.
You sure? Because that's
Yeah.
we're going to have to go through that with Hiro.
Oh yeah. How do we prove we're not a ghost? We just slap him? Like,
I assume in the same way we have been proving it before.
with facts and evidence.
Yeah. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now, oh, that's right, I forgot. I'm talking to myself down in the basement, in
Oh
the
yeah.
trash
Good
can.
times. Good times.
Right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Hello, Mr. Rocket. We got you last time. That's a rocket and a tank. I'd better not
Mm-hmm.
think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Is there anything else I can look at? This looks like a desk. This is a
Yeah.
desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. Let's see, it looks like there's something over here. Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit?
With creativity and
Look, Makoto, don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to. Hey,
Nope.
Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room? Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right? That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Let's try. Hey,
Yeah.
Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right? Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... Yes! It
Voila.
opened! And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally, we were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. And we are into chapter 6, ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, and ultimate death. And we are starting off in deadly life.
Oh man.
So no happy school life. Um, After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. And for obvious reasons, Kyoko is climbing below us, not above us.
Yep.
The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous.
That's literally the worst part.
I know. It's like when someone tells you don't look down, and so the only thing you want to do is look down.
Yep.
Maybe talking will keep my mind off of it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work? How long? Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous? Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So, because we take pride in it. Pride? A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. I'd like to point out, like, if Kyoko was our detective in the Phoenix Wright series, we would have done so much better in those trials. Not like slandering
We
Gumshoe
would
at
have
all,
solved it
but
on day one.
yeah, like if we'd had some
Those would be the
competent
shortest trials
police,
ever.
exactly. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society, which is why we've
We
made.
need a Super Smash Brothers kind of game, but like with famous detectives
There
from
we
other
go.
franchises. And they just try to out detective each other.
And the thing is that there are a ton of fictional detectives, so like, we'd have options.
There are.
Hmm.
There are. It would be Gumshoe, her, Professor Layton.
Yeah.
You name it.
Like, damn, like, I would love to see Leighton in a fighting game.
Oh yes, we need that.
Like, this is completely off topic ish, but like, the one game that I'm sad we have not ported to console yet is the Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton game because it is fantastic. Um,
Oh man.
so if it ever ports, no, we're going to play it.
It's happening.
It's
It's already
happening.
confirmed.
Yeah, you know, like I doubt they'll ever bring it to console, but if they do, watch out for it. Um, which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort? It's kind of old fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. What the fuck are my neighbors doing?
Do we want to
It's
know?
10 o'clock! Pipe down,
Do
people.
we want to know?
Ah, pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family. And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true kitty detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it's because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that. Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about. There's nothing I want to talk to my father about. There is something I want to say to him, though. What? Fuck off. Uh,
Yeah. Oh, well, it'd be like that sometimes. What a relatable girl.
yeah.
Also, Chad is right. She is not the ultimate detective. She's just the ultimate brain cell.
Yeah.
And I really agree with that. So anyway.
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him, face to face. What is it? I want to sever all ties with him. Literally, I was right. Like, fuck off.
Hmm.
Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future, but he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off for the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my
Wow.
grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind. So obviously, this man is winning Father of the Year awards. Um,
Oh, wow. Left and right, yeah.
yeah, I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him. If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional.
Hmm.
I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true. But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really? The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing. But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow. That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. Bitch, could you not have just written a letter?
Right. I mean, that's what the post office is for,
Like,
and y'all out here being dramatic about it. Like, if you don't like him like that, then just send him. Like, you don't even have to look at him in the eye. Just be like, "Bitch, we're
yeah,
through,"
like
and move on with your life. Like,
he
fine.
seemed to kind of be in agreement with this, you know? Like he just left. Like, Kyoko, you can just leave.
Literally, like, write him a letter, and that's it. Like, why do we gotta be dramatic about this?
Yeah, you write a letter and then you go and say, and I'm talking to my lawyer right now, we're through.
Exactly. It's like I have a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to worry about anything. Okay, bye.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Exactly. In
what
order,
do the grandparents think?
yeah, in order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever, I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that, our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top.
He's like hashtag can't relate.
Yeah, really. Sorry.
Oh no.
Sorry, sucks to be you. Rip, but I'm different.
Right. Damn, it'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah. Looks like this is it. On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back. Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Hopefully she's fucking right. Otherwise we're stuck. Well,
Yup.
here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. I never would have gotten in there without you either, but you know.
But we're not gonna point fingers right now, even though we totally should.
We absolutely could bring up the fact that we were only down there because of her, but you know.
She got us bread and water.
Oh, how lovely. The same thing they gave to prisoners in the 1600s.
Oh, shit. Damn. We savage.
I know. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out... And I'm worried about you, too. You helped me, so they might... You're worried? Yeah, of course. Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh? Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's... If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean? The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was? If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we? Monokuma should be in the gym. Let's get going. Okay. Let's just head to the gym then. We'll walk there just to see if there's anything changed. I don't know if there is or not, but, you know. I'm tempted to go in that bathroom to see if, like, Monokuma in rage, like, killed all the fish or something.
Probably did. Kyoko's whole battle plan so far seems to hinge on Monokuma caring that we call him a hypocrite.
Yeah, I don't think he really cares about that, but, you know. Look, she's got some weird ideas about Monokuma's honor.
Monokuma has no honor.
But the mastermind does seem to be sticking to their rules, so... That's something.
That was a weird noise! Okay. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead! What's he doing here?
That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay?
Nah, we did. You were supposed to be punished! Did Kyoko help you?
So what if I did? What will you do?
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again! And this time I won't leave anything to chance.
Kyoko! Do whatever you feel you have to.
What? Wow.
But before you do, let me just say one thing. If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
Huh? I lose? You! Oh, okay, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me. I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right?
Hey, what are you talking about?
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of that trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that. And in response to that unexpected development, you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well. But then there was
Mhm.
another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it. Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did. So, executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right?
And that means I lose. You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto. And you can prove this, alright?
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that!
What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some. Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type. Ooh.
If Makoto was really the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire. But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
It's not
What?
you I'm trying to convince. If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh? Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right. Despair can never kill hope. Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. This is the most I've had to talk as Kyoko ever.
Right? Damn. Usually she's like, I'm gonna keep to myself.
Like, holy shit, like she got her memories back and had a protagonist moment.
Yep. Kyoko, think of the ratings.
If you want to earn our despair, fair and square, I rhymed. Then I suggest you take my advice.
Thanks, Dr. Seuss. So, what's this advice of yours?
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial. It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial. One last showdown? In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But What reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word.
Kyoko Kirigiri, the ultimate poetry slammer. Interesting. Very interesting indeed.
Barry?
I hate it. Very. Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now that you suggest, wow, now that you suggested might be plausible, it would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
Does that mean you accept?
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers are alright. It'll cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. I hate it here. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
To be fair, we have made a lot of bear jokes, just
Right.
Monokuma hasn't.
Right. Let's have one final grisly showdown.
He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? So just guessing the killer is barely a bit again. So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here.
All the mysteries?
That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
That's
I hate this.
that's what we've been trying to do all along, without the bear puns.
Okay, well, good, then let's bear it all. If you can draw your... Wow. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukudo's death and solve the mysteries of the school, then you win. But if you can't do all of that...
We'll all face execution, right?
I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me?
We're as excited as you are, I'm sure. When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out. But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
I remember that for sure. For sure. So what?
I just want to confirm, that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement?
No, you don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukudo is no exception to that.
Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro...
Oh, it's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough Monza. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
What? Are you telling the truth? Why do you go quiet all of a sudden?
Poo-poo, 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 poo. I'm not talking, I got nothing left to say to you. Get lost, would ya?
Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Leave me alone. Get out of here.
Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go?
Let it go. Let it go. I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair. Boop, 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 boop.
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. Is he broken?
I am not gonna voice all those poo-poos.
Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. I lived!
We caught him with his pants down. Yes, we did.
Mm-hmm. If he was wearing pants. But no,
He
he's like
doesn't.
Winnie the Pooh out here.
Yep. You have to solve every mystery, including the name of Toko's third serial killer identity. What? They have what? Anyway.
I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected.
He needs a t-shirt that just says, I survived Hope's Peak Academy, like
Yeah,
you
really.
do when you get off a roller coaster. Like that.
Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you. Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they? They had no choice but to accept. Huh? It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So, when was it that the mastermind let their guard down? I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that. And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable. You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off. And yet somehow, the mastermind was able to do it. But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason? They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world... Huh? The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody. So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why? To prove a point, most likely.
That's the mystery.
Yeah. Prove a point? The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right? And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous. You're right. It is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer? I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led them to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What? Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter. At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen that. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves? That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me. So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work. Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion. To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form. It would only do the mastermind harm to have it show that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge. Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. It's weirdly sus. I didn't have the slightest clue. In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd showed my uneasiness, that would have made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic. Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time, or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There is no option except to win. But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone. Is that really possible? Huh? Anyway, right now we have to go find the others. They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Sure, let's go. Let's go find the others so I don't have to monologue for another half hour.
About that.
Wrong way. I don't need to do the class trial yet. Alright, Despair Hotel. Hello? Friends? Are you eating breakfast
Hello?
together? And suddenly we were greeted with...
Whoa, hold on, let me... I got this. Skurga ad Yagafiu engine crack cow fuzzlever hashtag.
Perfect.
I got this.
You again.
I don't know what language this is. Hers Dad Escapilar 103212555. What?
Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit.
Gia Gagur for some equals send act 61.
Jeez, what the heck? I wonder what that was all about.
I don't know what language that is.
That would be nonsense. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. I don't know who this is.
Ah!
It's our friends.
Is that Makoto?
You guys.
It is! There's no two ways about it! That's Makoto!
Uh-huh. You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach. You know that? I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
Oh. Group hug. Wait, oh, what's that smell? It's worse than peasant. Oh. Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Ew.
Get away! Shoo! Shoo!
Wow, it's nice to be back, isn't it?
And in a flash, my tears dried up.
Wow.
Kyoko, they're being mean to me.
They're bullies.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Oh my god, I missed that common bear Latin instead of pig Latin, maybe? Yeah.
There we go.
Even Toko's smiling, which is great.
I know.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
Last class trial?
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
What? Seriously? What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right?
No, I didn't do it! Like I keep telling you! Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then, who is it?
What she's saying, it was all the work of the mastermind. Called it! What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukudo?
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it. But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
You guys just voted to throw us in the trash. We smell like this because of you, so it's your fault. Anyway, we're not to blame. You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto?
You make it sound like it was easy. I just, But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules, which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? Oh my god.
They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
See, what drives me crazy is that Kyoko and Byakuya together probably could have gotten us out of all of this when, all 15 of us were there. But Byakuya is too much of an asshole.
Yeah. He is.
Very observant of you.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. Wow, that's what you were referring to. Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it later. Again, later, yes.
So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
It's about who killed Mukudo, right? So our job is just to expose the mastermind.
But there's more to it than that, correct?
Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Well, shit.
Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all the time and we still don't know anything, right?
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
I think the Sakura trial has definitively established the intelligence hierarchy as Kyoko, us, Hina, Byakuya, Toko, and then Hiro. Wow. I mean, true that.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone!
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master.
Oh god. Ew. I meanwhile want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyway,
I have a yacht.
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
I just want to get to my yacht. I don't care. Anyway, in other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
What's a yacht?
No, but
But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries.
it's a pretty tall friggin' order. I don't have a brain cell anymore.
Really? Maybe,
but
this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that.
Girl. Girl.
I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries. That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint?
It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
But why?
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that. But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game.
Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
It's alter ego. No, I mean, and of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
Yeah, I mean, plot twist, it's gotta be Hiro, and we're gonna find out he was really a super genius the entire time.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm waiting for that arc right now.
You can't be serious.
Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us. It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind...
Among us.
The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility.
And that is one possibility. Wow, a possibility we can't ignore.
Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. So they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible.
The ultimate despair as a high schooler. Like, without context and without knowing this game, like, that sentence.
I mean, look,
Yeah.
like, I had plenty of despair in high school, so I don't know about the rest
Right.
of you.
Right. It's like, the ultimate despair is high school, apparently. Or high schoolers in this case, I guess. High schoolers.
What's
Anyway.
that song? Teenagers scare the living shit out of me. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active? Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking out that many times.
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded it up with all the dialogue and actions beforehand.
In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us.
Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation.
Well, maybe, but still.
Ding dong bing bong. What up, bitches? I'll let them say it because I know this is definitely voice.
Yeah, it's most likely.
This is 100% voice. Oh, true ending. Oh,
we have
shit.
hit true ending mode. Yay!
Oh, damn. I'm glad the video game told us.
Yay! We already got the bad ending.
Right. Okay, so we're allowed to look everywhere.
Mm-hmm. So now we don't actually need Kyoko's skeleton key, but... or Monokuma key.
Mm-hmm.
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation.
But...
I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway. At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Goodbye, peasants. Well then, bye. Yes.
After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Yeah, Master! He didn't take me with him.
You're a liability, Kyoko. Toko. Anyway, do you blame him? Have you seen your hair?
Without Master, the rest of you were like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. You're totally useless. So,
wow.
Bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall.
Wow. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
That's right.
Which just leaves Makoto Hina and me. In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too. Yeah. Wait! How come? Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Yeah.
Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall.
Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves?
What about you, Hina?
I don't have Sakura, so I guess I'll do the same thing. I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know. But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else.
You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died.
Makoto? Oh, that's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
I mean, you weren't useless when you tried to kill us all.
I mean, not as bad as Hagakure, but like, you know.
Yeah.
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Bye.
Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two. Indeed. Can I come with you?
It's a date.
So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko? Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together. That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right. Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check. Monokuma said that all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary.
Damn.
With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us, so that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikisawa, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where that gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Alright. So, we are closest to the dorms, so let's check out the second floor of the dorms.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's be lazy and pick the closest one and go.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Like, this was actually an elaborate excuse to make everyone leave so you can have some alone time.
Exactly. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins.
It does.
No, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up here or something. Some plumbing.
Hunger Games.
Some blood on the floor. Some doors I don't think I can enter.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's one. Okay.
Oh, shit.
So this is super fun.
Well...
The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. But I got a coin.
We got a coin in the crazy blood room.
I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Okay, well...
I wonder how much of the whatever second floor Kyoko was able to, like, go through.
Well, there doesn't really seem to be much we can go through, so... We can get to the bathroom. This is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in.
Which is fine.
What if there are clues in the girls' bathroom? Wow, this
Right.
bathroom is
Well, I'm
untouched
sure
and there's
Kyoko
more
found it.
fish!
Oh, fishies!
There's nothing in here, but, you know.
We appreciate the fish,
Mm-hmm.
who are probably dead by now.
Details.
I think this is our last chance to use the Mono Mono machine.
We can go in
Well,
there
we
and...
don't really need it.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh my god, a giraffe! But what does it mean?
This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. It looks like this locker is already broken. Oh, can't wait to look at every single one of these. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. Yay, another coin that I can't use.
We're probably gonna get a bunch of...
I'm not even gonna... I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. Okay. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar for the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So, does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then... No luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it.
So valid.
I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope. Card reader. How you get the locker open. Draw. E-handbook. Let's try this one. Nope. Let's see, another metal plate. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. No way to get it open. I wonder if I can open this one. It's locked. Card reader. E-handbook. Nope.
Like, did Kyoko ever explain to us what she did about the metal arrows in the locker?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
Well,
I
remember
remember
that
her
she
saying-
couldn't have actually accessed it, or I guess she could have technically, but oops, I must have hit the same one. She wasn't even aware that the key was in her room, so I don't think she was actually the one who did it. Can I open this one? And then, nope. Da, 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 da. That one's not gonna open, but I got another coin. For posterity's sake.
Hey.
This one. Card reader.
The ultimate despair is having the same dialogue play on lockers that you can't open.
I know. Okay, I'm not seeing anything else in this room. Just a bunch of lockers that I can't open. More bloodstains. This weirdly untouched door.
We never know.
That's true, yeah, you know.
Maybe they are purposely trying to do that. That's with our heads.
Yeah.
What if it's just a stage setup thingy for a movie? Anyway.
This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere. It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko! I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? What's your regret? Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Well, fine then. I just wanted her to spill all her secrets.
Hello.
Okay, let's check out the computer that we're probably not supposed to look at. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair? There's not much, though. Nothing we don't already know. The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair. And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete kitty-giddy failure. Like, damn, Kyoko. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on. I see. That's a good outlook to have. I finally have Truth Bullet.
Kyoko, this would be an excellent place to make out in private. Makoto, huh?
Yeah. Exactly. The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Another coin.
Money.
I am like making bank on these coins. A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's.
We just established that, but thank you.
Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
Big door.
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze? There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something? A very easy trick, yes. So easy I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up. But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is that it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on. I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this... Jeez.
What if it's that gibberish that
oh my god.
was stating?
Then kudos to him for having a random password.
And maybe the password is your name, Kyoko. Ooh.
I know, that's what I'm thinking, is that it's got something to do with Kyoko. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume there must be...
Cup noodle head.
Yeah. I think we can assume there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait. There might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name? Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it just to be sure?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay.
Please don't hurt me.
You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, it might just hurt Kyoko even more. If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here.
Don't misspell it.
I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in...
Ka-chow.
What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked! Why? Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim.
Damn.
Kyoko? She's got a lot of emotional damage right now, like...
Yep.
Hey, Kyoko? I may as well have not even been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. Maybe that's what made it so unusual. Let's open
In the
it.
place of despair.
Yeah. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay. Be
It's a
careful,
present.
Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh? If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there? Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that will make me want to scream? Is it a head in a box? Like, okay.
Is it your baby picture?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. Took a deep breath.
Kyoko, I was certain the password was the name of the secret other daughter that he conceived out of wedlock. That must be what Kyoko you used as the password.
There we go.
Anyway.
I took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Ah! Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. What wasn't... Okay, I was 100% joking about the box having a head in it. What was in the box? It was just bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
Kyoko.
Just as I thought. What?
That's
Okay.
my dad.
Yeah, really.
Oh no.
What?
Oh, that's even worse.
What was in the box? It was wrapped up all nice, so I never would have guessed what was inside. Human bones. Okay, and now that we've seen the bones, now we get to see tiny Kyoko. Kyoko said just as I thought. I have to find out what she meant by that. Never mind, we're not doing a palate cleanser. We're just going to go into the trauma first. Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones! Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones? That body. That's my father. Or at least, what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? Then I don't have to ask for his blessing when I ask to marry her.
Right, he's like, hey, Mr. Kitty Kitty, how you doing?
Yeah.
A little pale.
Yeah. The same man she's been searching for? Hold on. How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him? Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer.
So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. But dead or alive, I ain't telling you shit.
No. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but for the 15 millionth time, the 16 students in the high school and shit. Only people are in the killing game, yeah, when you began, yeah, the 16 students, bitch.
Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume that most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or, no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties, but was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing that it was something a true kitty-gitty detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. We got a body in a box.
Mm-hmm.
Less exciting than a
Definitely
dick in
not
a
something
box.
I would want. I will not want that as a present.
Yeah,
but
happy
you-
birthday! Here's your dad. Huh? This
Oh, no.
picture? It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of...
Baby Kyoko!
Hey, Kyoko? Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... Now to find something like this? So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her. Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father?
I don't know if he chose to die in a box, but
Kyoko. Look, she's obviously going through some emotional damage right now. Like, she gets to cope any way that she wants to because we need her to keep thinking. This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Kyoko, I can't believe my father turned himself into a skeleton just to spite me. He really didn't want that awkward conversation.
Exactly. It's fine. Check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer.
He was like, I was hoping he would still be alive so I could tell him I don't need his blessing to marry you. What kind of what?
I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh? It's just
are those his tax returns?
Yeah. It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind. If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. Well, that was a nice, happy feeling that I got from that, Kyoko. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I don't really want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission. Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure? Never let anything get in the way of an investigation. I don't.
We're not you.
Okay, then, if you don't mind. I'll just keep leaving the feeling up dead bodies to you, but, starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? Is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk. A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right. It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko... I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then... I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? And now I can open up those stupid lockers.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Makoto? Huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it? I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but could you leave? Huh? Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And
A game theory. No.
yeah. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry. Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. I've been evicted.
No.
Is she really
that's
okay? No, she's
No.
clearly not.
sad. Her dad's in a box, dude.
Yeah. Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster? There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead.
Kill my father. Prepare to that. Anyway.
The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was Hope's Peak's headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now.
But we were wrong
But he
about
might
that.
be in a box.
Yeah. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is...
It's a you
Oh my
know
god.
the drill.
Yeah.
There's a hint with the children in the 16, and y'all heard it already.
15 of us met in the main hall. Add Mukuro to the mix, and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Trigger warning for epilepsy here.
Mm-hmm.
Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are me, Byakuya, unfortunately,
What a bitch.
Hiro, Toko, Hina,
Donuts!
and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be!
Ito is the...
Yeah, exactly. He's clearly the mastermind. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Alright, gotta make sure. Nope, nothing else here. Gotta fucking open those lockers now.
I wish this was our room, but also, I don't like walking in this hallway in particular, and also, I don't like that the headmaster's right there with, he's just hanging out, and what is that ancient Egyptian, what?
That's what I kept looking at.
The eye?
The eye, yeah. Look, someone got, fancy with the graffiti, the spray paint. Nope, blocked. Okay, card reader. E-handbook. Let's just give it a try. Locker.
Oh,
Wait, but
what?
what about that emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. Oh my god. I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader
Wow.
and... Alright, just what I
Please
was hoping
open.
for.
Holy shit.
Now, let's see what we've got inside. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life.
Me.
This is a crystal ball. Huh? A crystal ball?
Ojito.
No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible.
I told you. Hito sus.
Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I might have had evaporated. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us. And we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook?
We all had amnesia.
Alright, well, let's open up some more lockers. And hopefully it does not make me go through the, Okay, emergency handbook. Locker open, let's see what we got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Well, fuck you. Alright, how about this one? Locker opened. This thing is practically empty. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is, but there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting, and all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. Bless you. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish
Selfish is a stupid word.
decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Okay, well, that was nice and weird. Thanks, Kyoko.
We're reading Kyoko's diary. She has a bunch of embarrassing dreams about us written in here in invisible ink.
There we go. But the more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to have belonged to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to the people here? A notebook that looks like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. Alright, let's open another locker.
Yay!
Locker opened. Nope, don't see anything that could be a clue.
Damn it. I was hoping it was like Byakuya and you know, his like hidden secrets. Oh yeah.
Nothing in that one.
Rude.
I know.
We got this.
Nothing in
Who
there.
else is guilty?
Can I get
Oh,
in
okay.
here? Nope. Okay. So that looks like all the lockers.
That's messed up.
Think I should try to go harass Kyoko again now that I've found her notebook, or should we leave her to mourn?
I think we find Toko's shrine to be okay. Let's see. Well, while we're up here, maybe we should see if we can still talk to her. If not, we'll just go.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Might as well cover all our bases. I mean, like, I'm sorry, but at the same time, we're in a life or death situation where if we don't figure shit out, then...
There's all kinds of stuff I want to talk to her about, but I'd better give her some more time. Okay. Well,
Okay, cool.
let's go elsewhere then. Okay, so where's my map?
I think Kyoko is partying in that room celebrating her dad's death.
You really? Okay, so
Probably doing that.
nowhere in the dorm. We were good in the pool. Nothing in the entryway. Okay, we have some questions about the 5th floor, so let's go up here. Let's go ahead and start in the garden. Take a second look at our crime scene. It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here? Yeah, that's a black mark. Did the plant eat it? The monokuma flower. Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Well, I don't think it's related to the case, so I better keep my distance. There are still just the 4 chickens left. Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. I'm sorry, that would be hilarious. Sprinkler control panel.
I mean, they do multiply, you know.
Yeah, there we go. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively could not be changed.
We need to avenge the dead chicken.
I know. Maybe the body's
went
inside
for
the
him.
tool shed. I'd better check just to be sure. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But if it's not in here either, then it must be... I have no idea where. But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so I'd better look into it. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. It says Biolab? Then this originally came from the Biolab? Okay, well. Didn't find my body, so... Or I guess technically not my body.
Right. Biolab then?
That's all I really need to check in here. But where could her body have gone? I better start looking for it. Just gonna casually look for a body that has disappeared. Okay.
Like, I mean, to be honest, like, whenever someone gets killed, for example, who cleans it up? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
where do the bodies go?
That's a good question. Oh, Toko, so this is where you were. What do you want? Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything. Not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back. Give me back my precious time. Calm down, Toko. Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that, because we still have Hiro. Master Will? I'm not sure I can disagree with that.
It's like, you said, not me.
Yeah. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me?
Because you're a serial killer.
Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Okay, bye.
That sprite is excellent.
Yeah. Let's see, where else was I supposed to check up here? Okay, that was the dojo. Oh, that's right, we can now get into the biolab.
Hey.
So whoever transported the body could get into the biolab, which we couldn't before, so.
Swear to God, if that thing was still alive and it walked there, that's it for me. That's it for me.
Alright, let's get into the biolab.
Raw. Oh, damn.
So I think this is where the bodies might be. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? I wonder. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side, there's some kind of
despair.
I've seen something like this before. Oh, that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff.
No.
It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Well, it's not quite a fridge, but does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Open it up. Some blah, blah, blah. One's on the left, right-hand lights are off. Okay, fine. We'll look at something else for now. Okay. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package.
What?
This is the instruction manual for the fridge? Well, looking around, I think I get it. Seems clear to me now, it's some kind of makeshift morgue. And about those lights by each slot? It looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, a blue light comes on, which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue, another one of the victims is...
Yikes.
I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Alright, so let's take a look at the tarps. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Icicles hanging from the monitor. Can I see a body? Apparently not.
I love how enthusiastic you sounded for that.
I was
Can I
curious.
see your body?
Can I see
Wait,
a body?
but there was
Yeah?
there was I don't know if you touched it, but like in the corner next to the monitor, there was a thing.
A video camera?
Yeah, and it.
I'm surprised the surveillance camera can work with how cold it is in here.
Oh, that's it. Oh.
Yeah, just the regular surveillance camera.
God damn it. Okay, I thought they were gonna be.
No.
Okay.
Alright, so I don't think we've got anywhere else on the 5th floor. Nope, we're good. Okay, 4th floor.
Disclaimer: not a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was
There's our
just
daily
curious or
disclaimer.
something. Alright, let's go into the data lab. Hey, Hina.
Ah, Makoto, are you here to look around too?
Is that what you're doing here?
Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door. I figured. If all the doors in the school had been unlocked, then that one should be open too, right? Although I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? That would really suck. So you open it.
I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Well, time to die. Okay, so I guess I'll open it.
Wait, let me take over first. I don't want to get exploded. I mean, it's fine if you do, but
Yeah.
like, not me.
Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it.
Okay, go ahead.
Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected.
Wow. This bear.
There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was...
Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. There is not much to look at in here either. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, though. Like some kind of military installation or something.
I like the little bear paws on it. You know what
I
I
know.
mean? It's kind of a statement. Anyway. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Like in Gundam or some shit. Hifumi probably freak out if he saw it.
Cockpit.
But he's dead.
So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean...
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons.
Oh, hold on, you can't just or whatever something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel.
Huh? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push?
I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one? The one that said data center?
Data center. I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled data center. That must be the one she pushed. But the data center, that's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here.
Wow,
Okay.
why is she in a mood?
Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? Hey!
Grrr!
Grr, give me all your donuts! Oh!
Is that you, Hina?
What? Oh man, busted! How did you know? Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup?
You don't even know what you're controlling?
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from it here. Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button.
Whatever you do, don't push it!
Oh man.
Were you
wanted to
seriously
blow
gonna
up a
push it?
Anyway.
Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside. Go back so that she doesn't blow us up.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! Hey, Makoto, what the heck was that just now?
Monokuma.
Huh? What do you mean?
What you were controlling just now. It was Monokuma.
Monokuma? Wait, for real?
Yep. Looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words, maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right.
But if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right?
I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true... Oh my god.
Oh, polarizing this, polarizing that. 16 students. What the hell?
Then the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student? No, it can't be. There's no way, right?
Hiccups, yes.
Oh, what's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
Okay.
What about you? Is everything okay?
Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something.
I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true.
So, like... You wanna leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out.
Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going?
Yeah.
I did want to look down here, though.
What's wrong, Makoto? Let's hurry up and get out of here.
Okay. We'll go then. Apparently I don't need to look at that. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that?
The door just locked on its own!
What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why?
Of course it's locked because the data center is now restricted.
Monokuma?
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just stopped up and moving.
Then that room.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are.
So, right now you've been operated by someone in that room.
Correctamundo.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone.
Oh, you didn't? Did you? Oh, thank God. Oh, are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch?
I tried. No way! The hatch on the floor?
Oh, too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it. Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. So then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Pierce!
Gone, but... Was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there?
In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Then when I said we should leave.
Well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Okay.
Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left.
You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving. Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice. You've got me all motivated again. Okay, I'm out. See you later.
Hina took off at a full sprint. And I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. Alright, so figured out the mystery in there. Aha, and now the headmaster's room.
Byakuya be like biatch.
I know.
Biatch Kiwaya. Anyway, no. Hello.
This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself.
Ah, yes, this room is much better than my own. I think I'll stay here from now on. It's perfect for me. Oh, I mean, oh, Makoto, it's you.
Oh, Byakuya.
I was just fantasizing about what I would do to remodel around here.
Yeah. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. There are still documents scattered all over the floor. Okay, what else do I have? Let's look at this binder.
Hey, Makoto. Are you ignoring me?
Yes.
You think I'll forgive that just because you're you? Oh, when we get out of here, remember this moment.
How much more can I ignore him? There are trophies and even a shield in the display case.
I love how they added that option into this game. Like, if you ignore them and you don't talk to them first, then they get mad at you.
Fine, diva.
Ah, thank you. Oh my god, I was getting a little lonely. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting?
What do you mean, something interesting?
Oh, thank you for indulging my ego. Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk.
Class number 78, student registry?
It contains profiles for all of us and Mukuro. Apparently, class number 78 refers to us.
Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room... Oh, that's not me.
Oh, that's right. It was also mentioned class number 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in here along with hers, there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it.
But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry.
Well, thanks, Sherlock Holmes. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point?
She wasn't so much of a hurry that she only got the first page.
The first page?
Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages.
What?
And I found it. I'm so proud of myself. In other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have.
What kind of information is it?
Oh, now you want to talk to me. Oh, nice. Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue.
I was only half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats, close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all of this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior, too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak Academy, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
Don't pretend you didn't want to explain this stuff to us, rich boy.
Yeah, really.
Anyway. What's wrong, Makoto?
Huh?
You seem to be lost in thought, and not of me, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should note.
What is it?
Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before, A girl who seems to be included as part of our class number 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot, 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals. 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think?
What do I think? You asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
Yes, this is boy talk right now. Oh my god. No. You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is, oh my god, uneducated people. Anyway, is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean ...
Wait, is he trying to say there's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying?
Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right? That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business.
So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy.
Yes, you are.
But also,
good errand boy.
5'8",
Good boy.
97 pounds is, like, severely underweight. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's a little yikes. Just a little bit. Just a little.
She's got the proportions of a goddamn Bratz doll.
Yeah. Definitely a Bratz doll for sure. That's definitely a Bratz doll proportion. So wait, the Ultimate Despair is a Bratz doll?
Yeah.
Oh my god, is it Chloe? It's totally Chloe. It's definitely Chloe. I'm calling it now. It's Chloe. I'm not into corpses, no matter what Monokuma tells you.
Yeah.
Errand boy. One last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention.
Advice? For me?
You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well.
It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me.
Okay, keep telling yourself that. Well, don't put too much faith in her.
Huh?
Listen, I can be a petty bitch, and I'm like that popular kid in the school that spreads rumors about people and makes other people. Okay, that sorry. The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford.
What are you
I can afford
saying?
everything. Just what I think. Call it a hunch.
A hunch.
Yeah, it's a hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. Usually I charge for advice.
I'll keep it in mind. Won't do anything with it because I think you've been wrong every single time so far, but thanks.
Thank you, errand boy. Oh, shit.
What up, bitches? I'm still drinking my whatever juice this is.
Yakuya, we know you're jealous that Kyoko has more of our attention than you. Just accept that we're way out of your league.
Exactly.
Yeah, we are definitely way out of Byakuya's league. ASAP as possible?
ASA possible. What?
I hate that.
Now he wants to give us a hint? It's
Well, that's
suspicious.
stupid.
There's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing
It's
that,
definitely a trap.
he said to go to the gym, right? So we're gonna go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Hiro. Oh, hey, Hiro.
Whoa, Makoto!
Why'd you act so surprised?
Oh, no reason.
You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say?
I just did, actually. I'm on way out.
You already talked to him. What'd he say?
Listen, sorry, but, I gotta go.
Hiro, wait! There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time?
Oh, yeah, we're definitely getting rumors spread about us right now.
Yep, let's see what Monokuma's telling us. This is so lonely.
Yeah, it's just us and Monokuma.
Hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. Woo.
The envelope. This must be the envelope.
Ooh, just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside.
What?
Don't worry, just get on with it.
It's gonna be a picture of me in like a baby costume or something.
Oh, yeah.
Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph.
God damn it.
It featured a bunch of faces that I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Oh, wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Byakuya and I were at the headmaster's room and we looked at that file, Mukuro Ikusaba, then this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that, just having everyone here posed like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there.
Well, you could be the one taking the picture.
Yeah, I mean, this picture has all 15 other students, but not me.
I love that Taka salute is covering Junko's face.
But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture. But what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other until they got here. But if this picture is real, then could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is
An ultimate something except for us. We're just ultimate. Why are we here? Why are we here even? This confirms that we don't have any.
we do not have a talent.
We are the untalented one, therefore we are not in the picture. That's the only thing that confirms it for me. Anyway. Boo boo! How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
You're kind of getting in the way of standing there, you know. So I mean, get out.
But
I told you I'm not fielding any questions. That kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers. That'd be totally out of left field.
Three.
I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it.
Again, you could have taken the photo.
So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion
We're
in
the
hand,
ultimate slut.
yeah, really, I left the gym dejected. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me? Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Okay, well, where is everyone?
Usually we meet in the dining hall, but I don't think we're...
Well, Hina's in there, so let's go there.
Oh. Cool.
Hey, Hina, what the hell?
It was either that or like the bathing place. We're not gonna bathe right now, apparently.
Yeah, we're just going to keep smelling like trash. So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you.
Makoto! Sorry, I gotta go!
What? She ran off so fast, I didn't even have time to ask her to stop. Hina, why? Why won't you talk to me? Well, apparently I'm going to scare all my friends off. Okay, I don't see anyone else.
Did we see the picture last?
Apparently.
And everyone saw it first?
Alright, Byakuya's in the archive for some reason. Bitch, is now really the time to read? Nerd.
He loves reading. Our investigation with Kyoko has proven that we're the penultimate detective. Yes.
Close enough, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Byakuya! Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
I have nothing to talk to you about. Errand boy, don't talk to me as if we're friends.
Hey, Byakuya, wait! But of course he didn't, he just walked away. What the? Why was he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. What gave me that idea? I wonder.
You're not my errand boy, you are fired.
Okay, let's see.
I am unhiring you from the Togami estate.
Oh my god. Alright, I think someone's in here.
Well, shit.
So we're doing really good at talking to people. Hey, Hiro.
Oh wow, he's
Hey,
gonna run away again.
Hiro!
What? Motherfucker, no!
What is going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that.
No, no, Sorry, but I'm in a hurry.
Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hiro, what's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I'd found. It was like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of me. Why?
Is this our karma for going on dates, on not going on dates with all of them?
Possibly. Let's find out.
Or we just smell that bad.
That's a possibility. We
Why
didn't
didn't
have
we take
cup
a
noodles
shower?
on our hands, but well, apparently Toko's no longer here. We didn't have cup noodle in our hair, but also, like,
Yeah.
the rest of us probably didn't smell great either. Okay, Biolab.
Yeah.
Gonna go talk to the serial killer in the morgue.
That sounds terrible.
It was the serial killer in the morgue with the pipe.
With the scissors.
Mm-hmm. Well, Toko, please come talk to me. Everyone else is avoiding me.
He could be passed out.
I decided to visit the biolab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out. Again. Huh? Toko? Toko, are you okay? No.
Clearly not.
No! She's not dead, is she? Ah.
Oh, of course.
It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold I think I might catch cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will. What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me getting all excited, weren't you?
Oh god.
No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Hot and bothered, straight up horny?
Wow.
Okay, so why did you pass out? Oh, last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What'd you do to Miss Morose? That's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga! We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. No, it's more like half.
Yeah, Jill, we need your help looking at dead corpses.
Yeah. But I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now where I slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byaku's around here somewhere doing his own investigating. By himself? I assume so. I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now.
Oh god.
Genocide Jack shot off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there is no point in asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. Might be the dead body in here. That's just open. The fridge, it's open. But I'm sure they were all shut tight the last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
She passed out?
Oh,
Question mark.
That
Oh,
must
yeah,
be
it's
why
her.
she passed out. She faints so easily. Kyoko! It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay? I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize. But listen, about this room? Oh, yeah, it's a morgue. Yeah. I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and... well, there you have it. You knew she'd fainted? I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear. I imagined she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there... That's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why has everything got to be so difficult with her? Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea. Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched. But suddenly, she stopped. What's wrong? Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body is in here. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body is inside the fridge. Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess. You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation. I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do? Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there? That's it?
We're in timeout.
Okay. Can I come back over yet? I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not? The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve the mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation.
Kyoko, you made me remember my dad, so now I'm gonna give you a cold shoulder.
Yeah. Apparently, we're not actually going to ask her about it. Can I look at the body now? It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. I can't do it. I can't look inside.
Why? We got the measurements, according to Byakuya. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Let's see. Blue lights. No blue lights. Seem the blue lights are occupied, so when someone's in there, the blue light goes on. Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. 9. 9 lights? Yeah, because if there's 16 of us, there should be 10 lights.
Right. Why are there 9?
Let's see. Tarp. Seen a tarp like this somewhere before. Oh, it's the same one as I found in the garden tool shed. And if I remember, that tarp, it had a stamp on it that said Biolab. And that's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over there. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast. Anyone can do good work if they slow down, if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So, did you find anything? I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They'd also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old. Where does it say they're old? Huh? All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference. Well, the difference is immense considering the impression they give. You seem to be equating several days old with simply old. But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds, it makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, then there's no way they could have had anything to do with it. But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What? Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
No.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can. They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work, obviously. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, there was one other thing. Earlier when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then... And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake. Our victim is, in this case, without a doubt, Mukuro Ikusaba. Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so. Then it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh, wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad, leaving it out like this? Sad? Did you forget? She was our enemy once. A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim. Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive? I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. If I don't do it now...
I came to dump my dad's bones in here. No.
Yeah. Hey, Kyoko? I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask. Go ahead then. Out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here? What? What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms? I do, yes. But to get into any of those lockers, you'd need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook. The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room. So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook. What makes you say that? Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Okay, everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father. Huh? Could that mean that video is real too? Video? Makoto, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although, I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can... That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker? If you watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD? And it says, Class number 78 Urgent Interviews. I found it in that hidden room after you left. I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble?
Yes.
Ramble?
Ramble to us, waifu.
So, as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind. But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness. So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know that he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow. So, that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right. But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean? Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange. Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I'd better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about a hopeless truth, but no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world, I can't afford to lose. Alright.
I'm deathly afraid of what's in that
Right?
thing right
Okay,
now.
that's the dorm.
So scared. It's probably gonna be, like, worse than whatever I'm predicting.
Alright, where's the AV room? Am I going in the right direction?
We haven't been there since, like, our first episode.
I
really.
know, it's been ages. Okay. I went to the right
Not
place.
that we had any reason to go back.
No. No, weirdly enough, Monokuma doesn't have us watching movies. Alright. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I'd better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then, all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So, this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. Not that I don't trust you guys, it's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There's a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that? Oh, you were Sayaka,
Was
right?
I Sayaka? I don't remember.
Yeah, you were Sayaka.
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. I forgot I was Makoto for a second. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school? I accept. What?
Thank you. I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up till now. But this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad that she tried to frame me for murder. So, why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes started back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge.
We need more popcorn.
Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
Your hair looks great today. So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes. Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But
Even though you look angry as hell.
I know. But the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes. This can't be real. I said yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in the school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Well, sir, you didn't do much. Once again, the video cut out.
Shit.
From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya? Toko? Hina? Everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in this school forever. And then... Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father, and when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Oopsie! Looks like it broke out of service.
What? It just so happened to break just now?
Now then, when doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right?
Failure my ass! You cut the power on purpose! Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the question, and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh. But as I did, I remembered something. I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect. Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that? Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... Alright.
Scary. I bet that they turned off the monitor as soon as we were about to see, like, either Mukuro or the others, you know, like... Like, I'm sure there was something at the end of that. Like,
yeah, otherwise he
really...
wouldn't have cut the power that late.
There was definitely more.
Just think we'll get to meet Monokuma again.
Yay! Yoko, you didn't happen to read it with the black light and see my secret fantasies about you, did you? Oh god, girl, we don't even got a black light. Like, where are we gonna get that? Nowhere.
It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. Alright. Let's go in here for hopefully the last time. I guess I'm the first one this time. You're early, Makoto. Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah. For now, at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet? Don't worry. I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said. Byakuya! Byakuya?
Errand boy.
They arrived one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. Hina?
I'm Angie.
I'm...
Hiro? Silence.
I need to find a diaper.
And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial. I'm late! Strong Silent Master is so wonderful, so cool, so hot, my loins are ablaze! Now
Don't
listen.
talk about your loins.
Everything will just be fine if you leave it to me. With my scissor-sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the Master of Evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what Master wants, it can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Where am I?
Thank God she sneezed.
No
If she would have
human.
said kill Makoto, then
Yeah.
shit, we'll be dead.
No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now.
Did someone say disappointment? I mean, is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy ghost faces, I see. Oh. Okay, then let's begin. This final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair, maximum sorrow.
You're right.
I'm making up words today.
This is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair.
No, what do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know. If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'll take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this super fair, this game fair and square. Yes. And I'll make sure everyone's watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
That sentence was cringe. Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already.
Oh, sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below. Don't try and run away. Laugh.
Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared.
Whatever.
I just want to go home to my yacht. This will be over in no time.
With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. Toko has no idea what she's doing. They just disappeared into the elevator. They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other. But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so. Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right. I'm ready. Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. Well, okay, I guess we're not talking to anyone. I started making my way toward the opening, step after step towards that gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper it fell.
That's a lot of deep.
I said deeper so many times, I stopped understanding whether or not it was a word. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. This
We're in too deep.
is the final trial site?
What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. Ooh, I'm gonna sit on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Well then, let's begin.
All right, and we will end here for tonight.
Yep.
And so next stream is Thursday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, like normal. Flamer's back. We will be playing Phoenix, right? The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Really.
Same thing, just, like 300 years earlier or something. You got any announcements?
Phoenix, right.
There we go.
Well, the only announcement I have is I got accepted into Shining Idol Fest, so I will be performing at Shining Idol Fest March 19th, I believe. Yeah, 19th. At first it said 20th, but then on their profile it said 19th, so I'm going to assume it's the 19th. That's the most accurate, but I'll confirm with that by Thursday. But yeah, so I'll be performing there as a solo act with Shining Girls Udapri cover group and a Visual Prison group.
Yay!
I'm excited. Yeah, that's all for me.
Awesome. So yeah, watch out for Mana there. And I think we have a stream before the 19th or 20th, so you can confirm the date for us on that next stream. Otherwise, I don't have anything else. Have a good night. Wash your hands, wear your mask, get vaccinated, all that. And we will see you guys on Thursday.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.